Salma, thanks so much for taking the time to chat with me today. Congrats on the film.
Thank you very much.
So in the first film, you made this big impact, even though you were basically spending the entire movie just in one jail cell. And now with this movie, you get to really let loose. When it came to doing the sequel, what was important to you to develop for Sonia? What side of her did you really want to show to the audience?
I wanted to show the part that it's very maternal. I wanted to show the part where she really cares about her marriage, but at the same time, there's some issues that happen with time in a marriage, and how she fights it and how she tries to keep him on top of things that don't take her for granted and do not drop the romance. And she's very demanding. And I also wanted to show the fact that, not because a woman goes into middle age, that means you stop being a badass. Not everything about a woman is, their whole identity is about motherhood, and that we still have a lot to give and a lot of dynamism inside of us. And to have a action, a character in that it's a middle-aged person. For the man, it's been okay for a long time. But this is really the first time it happens for a woman.
Yeah, sadly. But, of all the people to get to show that side, you were fantastic in this movie. So I can't think of a better person to do that.
Thank you.
Well, and speaking too, you have these super intense action scenes, but you also have these just like hilarious scenes where you're like all trapped in a car, just, riffing off of one another. When you got to set, would you more look forward to those conversational scenes or those action scenes? And how do you think those action scenes kind of helped you prepare for joining the Eternals with Marvel?
Well, on one side, I would enjoy a lot more the talking scenes because I am working with two of the best actors in the world, and we were completely free and we were improvising a lot of it, and they're just magnificent. So I was very aware of what a privilege I had to work with that level of talent and really enjoyed it. And the action scenes really, actually, they did help a lot it took away some of the rust and they were very helpful for what came after, which is the Eternals.
Well, thanks so much. Congrats on the film. You really took the film to another level. I love seeing you in there and look forward to whatever person they might be adding for a third film when that eventually happens, of course.
And it will. Thank you. I hope so. I hope so.
Of course. I'll put in a good word at the studio.
No, I meant if it happens, I know they're adding one more person.
Oh, good to know. Very exciting. Thanks so much. Patrick, thanks so much for taking the time to chat today.
Thank you, mate. Pleasure to be here.
When it comes to your filmmaking sensibilities, both on the first film and on this one, do you think you're more of a Bryce or more of a Kincaid? Do you like everything tightly, strictly regimented, or do you allow a lot of improvisation?
Oh, no, man, I'm Kincaid. I'm loose. I got swagger. I'm cool. Who the hell wants to be Bryce? He's an uptight man-child with deep-seated validation issues. No, thank you. No.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, speaking to the cast and how cool Sam Jackson is, and of course you've got Salma Hayek, you've got Ryan Reynolds. They're all firing on all cylinders, I think. Mm-hmm. Of all the cast members, who is the one that is the hardest to wrangle, hardest to get to control for a scene?
Salma Hayek. I said it. No, she's like this wonderful ball of creative energy that's like, woo! And I say this, and I said this to Salma, so it's no great breaking news, but she's crazy, but in a good way. Like that's the crazy I like. But I needed to play someone who's clinically crazy. And I think that's sort of the fun with this genre. But yeah, look, man, my job is sometimes, we've got Antonio Banderas, we've got Morgan Freeman, we've got Frank Grillo's in the movie, Richard E. Grant. Like, you just just trying to wrangle all these actors together at the same time. You're trying to wrangle some sort of crazy batshit stunt that's going to blow up or something. So it's a lot of spinning plates. I won't lie, it's incredibly exhausting. I usually fall asleep with my clothes on face down every night, and that's no joke.
I mean, as long as it's in a bed and not, a pool.
No,
it
is. It's in a gutter. No, it's in bed, but usually I get one boot off and I pass out. Yeah.
Well, and considering how passionate fans were about the original movie and how it became this, unexpected success that people really connected with, what was your biggest goal of what is the one thing we have to do with a sequel that will really surprise fans?
I think it was for me, it was we had it. The original script was kind of more like a straight action film. And then when I met with Ryan, I was like, dude, this has got to be a comedy. And then he was like, yeah, I know, I agree. Why? So we wrote, I went off and did a development on that script. And then I think with number 2, it's we're in that sweet spot. It's we know what it is that I felt like I just wanted to turn the dials up a notch. And, it was just 2 rules. One is Ryan has to suffer. And then second is we have to subvert every single moment and throw a million handbrakes into this storyline and into the movie. So it's a lot of fun on that aspect. And I think it's sort of the stunts are bigger and the action's bigger and the brash, obnoxious humor is bigger.
Well, and you add Antonio Banderas, you add Morgan Freeman, you add Frank Grillo. So for part 3, dream cast member, who are you hoping to add for a 3rd film?
I can't say that because it'll reveal the plot.
Can we say living or dead? Can we say that?
No.
They can do a lot of things with CGI now.
John Candy. That's who I want.
Perfect. Looking forward to the Hitman's wife's bodyguard's Uncle Buck. Perfect.
Uncle Buck. Shower ring salesman.
Well, thanks so much, Patrick. Congrats on the film.
Oh, man. Thank you so much. Cheers.